Today we're talking about the importance of self-improvement for yourself, not women. This is going to be a little bit different compared to what we're usually posting on the channel here. So anyways, enough being said, you should be doing self-improvement for yourself because first of all, you're prioritizing yourself, which is very important and crucial. When you're prioritizing yourself, pretty much you're going to work a whole lot harder, especially towards your goals and improving yourself, whatever it may be. So I'll give you guys a couple examples with me. This is where I was when I first started off with the self-improvement. I first started off with trying to self-improve for women and all that, and then I got to a point where I got discouraged and all that, especially with the way how this dating generation is. But it was actually a good thing. It was an eye-opener. It made me realize, you know what, you gotta self-improve for yourself, not for women. So that's where we're coming up with this video. And what I'm trying to get at is when you improve for yourself, you work so much harder for yourself. So what I mean by this is you put in more effort. So if you're doing it for women, essentially, it's not the right reasons, guys. You should be doing it for yourself. But yeah, you work harder. So when you work harder, I noticed this with myself, with my gym physique. When I was doing it for women, I was putting in effort. It was like, okay, you know what, let's say 100%. But then when I realized, you know what, I need to start doing this for myself, I started doing 150%, 200%. That's when I cranked it up into the overdrive. I'm like, you know what, I got to make sure I stay on top of this stuff daily, because at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one seeing the results and the one that's going to be more impressed. Because when you're doing it for a woman, guys, pretty much you're just trying to impress them. That's it. But when you're trying to impress yourself, you realize there's so much more than that. You realize, hey, how can I push myself to my limits? What are my limits? So when you start self-improving, which I encourage all you guys do, it doesn't matter how you guys want to self-improve, by reading a book, working out, meditating, going outside more, working harder, whatever, however you want to self-improve. Just realize that when you start doing it for yourself, you're going to work a whole lot harder and you're going to be more impressed with yourself. And then you're going to try figuring out, hey, what are my limits? So like with the reading part that I was just mentioning, you're going to be like, hey, you know what, I wonder how long I can read for. I wonder if I can become a faster reader. I wonder if I can retain more knowledge, retain more of that memory. And see, when you're doing it for like a woman, pretty much you're going to be distracting yourself. You're like, hey, can I impress you? Look at me kind of situation. But when you're doing it for yourself, you're like, you know what, it don't matter about nobody else. You're just in your zone, your own lane. And you're like, if other people want to look at you and all that, cool, it's whatever. You're on your self-improvement journey. And the importance is to start and realize, hey, prioritize you. And that's the main thing I want you guys to take away in this video, is make sure you're doing it self-improvement for the right reasons. So if it's exercising, if you're trying to exercise so you can get that dream body for that girl, honestly, you should be self-improving your body for yourself. Because don't you want to realize, hey, I wonder how much I can lift on bench press, what's my max, and have that feeling of accomplishment, or just knowing that, hey, you pushed your hardest and your best, and you made your physique your best for yourself. And the women will come in later. That's the beautiful part, is when you start prioritizing yourself, women start coming naturally. It's one of those situations that's kind of backwards. So I hope you guys realize that when you prioritize yourself, women start coming to you. When you start prioritizing women, you push them away. So it's one of those backwards situations. I hope you guys realize that and be like, you know what, he is right. And you start improving just for you. Anyways, guys, next point here is you don't get distracted. So when you get distracted by pretty much trying to impress girls, you just look small. You have tunnel vision. You don't realize the bigger picture. And you guys will see what I'm talking about on the bigger picture when you get to this point where you're like, you know what, when I'm doing it for myself, I do it for all these reasons, not just for one reason. And that's really, really important. Then also with distractions, you're just focusing on just getting the girl. So when you don't focus on getting the girl, you're focusing on just improving your life, making it so much better, whatever it may be. Like I was saying, it could be reading a book, meditating, going to the gym, getting money. I recommend getting money, changing your social status, being more sociable, and then your physique, your health. Those should be your top priorities, guys. Anything else you can throw in there that you want, but those three, I hope you guys work on self-improving. Anyways, guys, video's kind of going a little bit long here. I don't want to take too much of your guys' time, so we'll just summarize the video here real quick. I recommend, if you're going to self-improve, get your money, your social game, just being socializing with anybody, and then also your looks and health. That's very, very important. Health is one of the most important that you guys should prioritize. And then when you get all these three, you'll have your life set. When you have your life set, you'll be pretty much cherry. You'll have almost all the things that you want when you get those three. If you guys want to self-improve on other stuff, that's cool as well. But those three I highly recommend for prioritizing. When you self-improve for yourself, pretty much you're not getting distracted. You're not doing it for just women, essentially. You're doing it for yourself, and for yourself can be so many reasons why you do it. And that's the best part about it, is because you realize, hey, you know what, I'm doing it for several reasons, and whatever it may be for you, it may be we'll just use me as an example. Me, why I do my physique is because I want to see how much I can lift. I want to see what my genetic potential is. I want to see how big I can get, and I want to see if I can get those abs someday, that shredded body. And so there's several reasons why. It may seem like the same reason, but it's like the same reason but in different ways, and it's just kind of hard for me to explain this to you guys. You guys will kind of understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, also just make sure you don't get distracted. But we're gonna just go ahead and wrap it there, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, the topic, make sure you start self-improving just for you, because it's very crucial and you'll work a whole lot harder. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Drop me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Take care.